Age is an issue of mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. Hello, all. Once again, I welcome you all to Career in Pharma, and this is an episode 2 of CIP Career in Pharma Superstar. This is a very special episode because the guest which we have today in this conversation is a very special guest. He is 49 years old and is having a clinical experience of more than 20 years, and he was able to make shift into pharma sector after 20 years of his clinical experience. Now, if you want to know how he was able to do so, please watch this interaction till the very end. And if you really like this conversation, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Hello, Dr. Kantesh Khetani. Good evening.
Namaste.
Namaste, sir. Very happy to see you.
Same here.
So, good evening, all. Good evening, everyone. And we are going to start with this true honest interaction. And guys, please आप बीच में you can just greet and all this is fine, but don't ask any question. That we will be doing maybe towards the end. But before that, just enjoy this interaction. I hope you all will be loving this interaction today. And here we start, sir. Then sir, you are ready, right? We can start now.
I'm always ready.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So, sir, we'll start with your brief introduction. Just a little bit of your background also. You can start.
Well, my background has been, by the grace of God, with one of flying colors and lot of struggles and lot of successes. I am an MBBS graduate and I have more than 20 years of experience, which includes my experience in both state and central governmental sectors as well as private sectors. I'm also associated with a few medical and doctors organizations which are active for the welfare of small hospitals and private doctors.
Okay. So, other than this, sir, how many years of clinical experience you have till now?
Well, around I completed my MBBS way back in 1999-2000, and it is around more than 23 years.
Great. So we are going to learn a lot today from you then. Yes. So with this, sir, just wanted to know what motivated you for this transition into non-clinical. I mean, how did you make this decision coming to non-clinical?
Actually, I won't label it as non-clinical. It is very well clinical. Rather, it is pre-clinical. Before any doctor gets to know about the effects of the drug, we as the doctors deal with the clinical trials during the phase of development of drugs. And as far as motivation is concerned, I was always fascinated by the concept of clinical research, the way the drugs work, how the development occurs. But when I was in clinical practice, I lately found that, like I always say, more than professional security, you require a stress-free professional pursuance. Until and unless, as far as your profession is concerned, you are not stress-free, you won't be able to give your 100%. Lately, the scenario of medical profession, that is the profession of doctors, has changed drastically. Today, the doctors are finding a very stressful atmosphere of practicing. You can name it government policies or the change in the attitude of public. Today, public is very demanding. They expect a guarantee of treatment. Judiciary is quite indifferent and negatively prejudiced towards doctors. It is very easy to target a doctor to sue a doctor, to harass a doctor.
Hmm.
So this I was consistently finding for many years, and somewhere in my mind I had a notion of having a transformation, a respectful transformation, so that my qualifications are also utilized and I enter into a more stress-free world. So I am quite active on social media, and I happened to see an welcome lecture from CareerInPharma, which is run by Dr. Neema, and I said, why not just take a introduction, let's see what is there. And when I went through, I felt a positive stimulation, and I said, okay, it's a certificate course of a few months, and I can very well manage it. And I did it, and I found it very interesting. And it was so interesting that I almost made up my mind that this would be the field in which I will take a transit to. And then God was with me, and that is what today is the reality.
Yes. So, sir, one thing I would like to know, really interested in knowing this. What is the thing which keeps you going at this phase of life where people, they are like, ab to ho gaya, retire ho jayenge, like that kind of attitude is there. But yeah, you are like coming to new field, entirely new field at this phase of life. Really hats off to you. Like, what keeps you going then?
Actually, I am 48 years young. Like in Hindi, we say there was a dialogue of Nana Patekar in one movie कि जब तक है जूतों में दम अपने मन के राजा हम. Or you might have also seen a movie of Rajesh Khanna, Avatar. Many people might have seen it. कि यारो उठो चलो भागो दौड़ो मरने से पहले जीना न छोड़ो. So actually the concept is the day you realize that now it is okay, now I have had everything, that day you start developing, you stop developing rather. So in today's world where technology is so rapidly changing, the day you think, okay, मैंने बहुत हो गया, अब तो बस हो गया, that very day you will stop developing, you will stop evolving, your progress will stop, and you will be left behind. The world will move forward.
Correct. 100%.
And this will not only be for your social status, it will also be physically for your body as well. So even the scientific research says that you should keep on learning new things. Take an example of the American President Joe Biden. At the age of 82 years, I am just not almost half of his age. At the 88th age of 82 years, he became the president and is very much active.
Yes.
And the stress and struggles of life which he has seen, I think they are rather one should hope that they never get in their life. He lost his wife, he lost his children, and then he himself suffered many surgeries, and even then today he's active. He suffers from sleep apnea, massive sleep apnea, even then he's active. So the concept is remain active. Forget what your age is. You won't believe I don't celebrate my birthdays. and I don't like people greeting me happy birthday. I don't like it because it reminds me, oh, abhi dusra birthday gaya kya? So forget about age is just a number. You just should keep on learning, and you keep on learning, you keep on evolving.
Yes. So with this next question, sir, how did you leverage your medical background and skills to use in corporate setting?
Well, actually, there is a requirement of doctors from medical sector very well in corporate setting, and there are certain specific fields where the medical knowledge is required. For example, the field in which I am working at present as safety physician, there your medical expertise is more required. So the medical expertise was rather an advantage for me. And then during the course of my career in past many years, the experience which I gained, the communication skills and blah blah blah, many skills, they all add up to your work in corporate sector, and they are very well helpful.
True. So, sir, with this, I just want you to quote few challenges which you are facing now. And newbies should also be know what are the challenges, like the transition happens, no? What all most common challenges are there? Yes, sir. Can you hear us?
Positivity. The most important concept which I am realizing now is time management is very important. And you have to create slots for everything. For exercise, you should give a time period. For work, you should give time period. For your social activities, you should give a time period. And you should do that particular activity during that slot. If you don't do it, for that day it is gone. You do it the next day. Number one, time management is very important if you want to success in corporate sector, because here you have to remain on your toes as far as the working is concerned, as far as the deadlines are concerned. If the work is to be done in 10 days, it is to be done in 10 days. You can't come out with the application कि साहब मैं बीमार हो गया, मेरे यहाँ चला गया, वहाँ चला गया, शादी है. No. This is especially in reference to tier 2 and tier 3 doctors I am talking. Because as far as the doctors in metro cities are concerned, they are very well active, very well on their toes, and very well tech savvy. So the important concept which I should ask the new doctors to adopt is, number one is time management. Number one is to become tech savvy, basic technological skills. And the most important is to tier 2 and tier 3 में तो maximum doctors क्या करते हैं, they are just aware of Gmail, Google, Twitter, Facebook. What I realized in this corporate sector is that Facebook and Twitter are just wastage of time. It is LinkedIn which is more important. It is LinkedIn which makes you more professionally oriented, and learning everyday habit is adopted from LinkedIn. And there are other valuable sites which every doctor should know, like Microsoft Outlook, Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, and Excel. These are the basic things which we should know, which I think mostly the doctors in my age genre might not be very well hands-on with. So I would suggest that you should adopt these things as well.
True, 100%. So guys, for corporate setting, you need to have a good time management, and you need to be little tech savvy. There you can use Microsoft Word, Excel. Little bit you should be knowing all these things for corporate setting. So, sir, with this, what is your take on, is there is any additional skill required so that you can bridge the gap between your medical field and to enter to corporate? Is there requirement of this skill?
Actually, what I realized that the course which I did in CareerInPharma, it was a boon for me, because even when I was interviewed for the post, I was very much comfortable with the concepts of clinical research and pharmacovigilance, and I was very much confident that I know these concepts, and rather the interviewer was quite impressed that I had the knowledge, and which I all acquired from CareerInPharma, because the way you people make us learn these things, almost all the concepts were new to me, but the way you bring that forward, the way you inculcate these things in our mind, is actually very easy, very fabulous, and it was definitely a boon. And I would rather suggest all the viewers that if you are aspiring to enter in this sector, you should have prior knowledge of the concept which you are about to deal in your future career. And I would recommend Dr. Neema ji and his team is doing a wonderful job.
Thank you.
I think it is totally fabulous.
Thank you, sir, for this. And really, it was from your side also. So, sir, with this, one very important thing I just want to ask is, sir, as per you, how much important is networking, for that matter, LinkedIn, for this corporate
Networking,
roles?
so networking has always been important. Be it a corporate job, be it a social job, be it even at village level. If you are having a good network, you survive well. Without network, nobody is going to ask where are you, what are you doing, how are you. Network has been very important since past very long ages. Since man became a social animal. Networking has always been important. But in this case, of course, it is networking on technical social media, which we call social networking. It is very important. But most of the time, what happens is that people do connect networks, they send friend requests, they accept friend requests, but they are not interactive. They are more mute, not expressive on these social media platforms. They should develop a habit, which another advice for me is that don't remain less interactive or non-interactive on social media. Be healthily interactive. Don't be involved in any trash behavior. Be healthily active, and whatever is in your mind, you are free to ask there, you are free to discuss there. And when you do this, you are noticed. When you are healthily interactive, the people on that media, they are much more sensitive, they are much more organized than what we think they are. They immediately see your profile, they see what this person is doing, and whether he is anywhere he can be imbibed in their organization, and then accordingly he receives the feedback. So it is very important to network and remain interactive both.
Yes, guys, this is very important point. It's not just about profile creation. You need to be interactive also. A healthy interaction. Healthy interaction should be there, and not just profile creation will work. So, sir, with this, how did you tailor your resume? Like any resume points you want to give to newbies?
Actually, what happens is today's corporate world is very, very, very organized. And for each and every sector, for each and every field, there is a total professional sector available. So when the viewers, they will enter LinkedIn environment, LinkedIn metrics, when they will network, they will find that there are a good number of professional resume makers available on LinkedIn, both from India and from outside India, abroad as well. They charge for that. The charge is reasonable. For example, I got my resume made in around 500 rupees and a cover letter made in around 200 rupees, and it was indeed worth spending upon, because in corporate sector they don't read each and every resume. People might be thinking that they read each and every. It is not. They don't go for each like that. There will be thousands of resumes they are being sent. A few HR managers won't go through each and every resume. They have a software for tracking who are the eligible and the people for which they are searching, and for that there are specific keywords. And this all is a headache of these resume makers. So I would definitely advise. Another advice from my side is go for the services of these people who are experienced in delivering a good resume, and you will really realize that it was a very good investment which you did.
Yes, so go for a professional resume maker. I mean, that is a first impression. Don't take it very lightly that resume to hai kya hai. But that is the first impression, right? Exactly, so it's very important point. Yeah. And Dr. Kantesh said 500,000 is nothing, right? I mean, you spend so many, this is a good investment on yourself, right? Sir, next question is, as per you, how much communication is important? Role of communication.
Again, as I previously also said, networking and communication is very important. Unless and until you are not communicative, as I said, even on LinkedIn, you have to be more interactive. That means more communication. But what happens is the communication should be healthy. The communication should be worth spending time upon. And one part of communication is not only to be a good speaker or a good writer, but to be a good reader or a good listener as well. And in corporate sector, a good listener is actually a very good quality. Most of the people, they don't have the habit of listening. Listening, a good listener, really this is a virtue. It changes your way of thinking. It removes all any negative prejudices which you are having against anybody. So be a good listener first, then think of being a good speaker or being a good reader. So communication is definitely important, and for that also I would suggest that I was spending more time on Facebook and Twitter and all this, WhatsApp. But since when I have joined LinkedIn, I think I spent almost 90% of the time which I was spending in these social media and LinkedIn now.
True. So guys, LinkedIn is a very professional platform for all the professionals, corporates, where you can have a healthy interaction, communication, and like Sir said, just speaking is not a part of communication, like listening also. And you have to proactively communicate. That is a USP to grow inside corporate, because most of the time we just assume, we don't communicate. And very important, communication in a very crisp, clear things. I mean, don't drag the things. It should be to the point. That is also very important. Yes. So sir, with this, I want to know, like, any adjustment you made to adopt to the corporate culture, corporate settings?
Well, corporate setting has made many adjustments itself in my life. Previously, I used to wake late at night, get up early in the morning. There was no schedule of sleeping. There was no schedule of eating. But since when I've entered, as I told you, in corporate sector, if something is to be done at any time, it is to be done at that time, rather 5 minutes earlier. So if you are expected to be somewhere at some time, you should be there. And if you can't be, you should inform them prior to that I won't be able to come there. So first important thing which I did, sleeping at a fixed time, getting up at the fixed time, sleeping early, waking up early, having my meals early so that I could have a sound sleep. A sound sleep is very necessary. A sound sleep is a good stress buster. And if you sleep well, you gain a lot of extra time after work to spend with your family, to spend with your relatives, with your friends, devote time to exercise, reading. You will have to make specific slots in your 24-hour daily schedule. That will be called time management. Sometimes you'll have to wake up early. So to wake up early, you should sleep early. Don't waste time in unnecessary get-togethers and hangouts and all the just wastage of time is not going to be useful anywhere in life. I remember what Akshay Kumar, I think actor Akshay Kumar says, that he sleeps at 9:30 and he wakes up at 4 o'clock. And when everybody is coming from the late night parties, he is going home after jogging. So even I heard Virat Kohli say the same thing when he was married to Anushka, that after marriage they have started sleeping early, waking early, not eating late at night. So this creates a healthy lifestyle, which is very important. And go on, as I said, daily you have to also invest in learning, and YouTube and LinkedIn are very good platforms for consistent learning. You devote 2 or 3 months to a particular area and you will get a skill as a feather in your cap consistently, like I did. I joined CareerInPharma, where I was not having any idea of entering into this field. But since I was a good learner, I had a habit of gaining skills. I found it okay, why not go for another course? Why not go for another certificate? But while I was pursuing that certificate, my entire outlook was changed, and I entered into a totally new field, and I am much happier than I was previously.
So guys, time management, discipline, very important in overall life, and definitely to adapt to corporate. Yes. So with this, sir, what advice, last piece of advice you want to give to MBBS professionals, maybe newbies also, and people who are looking for this kind of transition?
Actually, for MBBS the people who have just completed their MBBS, and they might be looking for post graduation, what I would suggest in today's scenario, gaining a postgraduate seat of your choice has become very difficult, and even after you get it, what I said, stress-free professionalism you won't find. The coming time is of stressful professionalism in medical sector. So if you want to utilize your clinical knowledge in a stress-free and productive atmosphere in which you can grow yourself and you can grow your knowledge, you receive a handsome remuneration, then I think you should try for this sector. Definitely you won't regret, rather you would be much more satisfied than you thought you might be in any other field.
True. So yes, for all the fresh, yes sir, you want to say something?
And another thing which I would recommend is that Dr. Neema is doing a wonderful job, and definitely her certificate course, the MBBS students must pursue this certificate course. A few months of her course will add a very good skill, a very good knowledge as a feather in their caps, and which will be very useful for them if they wish to pursue a career in corporate sector. And definitely the life would be very much more easier and stress-free for them if they enter in this field.
Yes guys, so yeah, definitely for people fresh MBBS, they are looking for non-clinical, they should not give it a second thought. Definitely it's a very good field, booming industry, and many things going to happen. It's a ever growing field actually. So with this, guys, we are on for the queries. If you have any question to ask to Dr. Kantesh Khetani, you can ask. You can just type in the chat also. Yes. So someone was asking clinical SAS programmer. So sorry, this session is not about clinical SAS programmer. That is something very different. Okay. Yes. So guys, if you have any queries, you can ask. And other than this, if you want to connect to us, to CareerInPharma, you can just see the link in our bios. And also in the coming Saturday on 16th of December, we are going to do the webinar for MBBS people. Okay, so what is the starting salary we can expect? Sir, you want to answer this?
Starting salary, it would be more than what you might be expecting. That is all I can say. What you are expecting, it will be much more than that. And the field which you are entering, actually I must say, your clinical knowledge will be used there. You would be very stress-free. No intimidation from patient relatives, no soft target doctors, no whatever we are hearing in the newspaper.
No emergencies to
of course. No emergencies, and a fixed 9 to 10 hour job. And although sometimes the job may get a bit lengthy, but not always. And a very professional attitude. And a very formal and etiquetted attitude you will gain from this sector.
So the next question is, how should I approach MD Pharmacology? I'm going to pursue from AIIMS Delhi.
MD Pharmacology you will have to pursue through NEET exam. You will have to go through that exam, and then rather MD Pharmacology is relatively easy to pursue because it is a non-clinical branch and people are more behind clinical branches. But definitely I would say if you pursue MD Pharmacology and enter into this sector, you will be really a strong candidate.
It's very much relevant for pharma industry, MD pharmacology.
Really, you will go a long road ahead.
Yes. And let me tell you, there are few companies who are giving MD pharmacology, fresh MD pharmacology. They are giving 20-25 lakh of package to start with, actually, without any experience. So that is the scope for MD pharmacology. So next question is, can I pivot a career from teaching in schools to pharma industry, as I'm pursuing MSc chemistry course? So what is your graduation? Okay, yes,
Actually,
you can do MSc. Yes,
actually,
sir. Please go ahead.
what is the graduation? What is the graduation? That depends.
Yeah, same I was asking. But yeah, that depends on what BSc you did or maybe some other course. I had knowledge about clinical oriented, then why I do certification course. So sir, would you like to answer this? I had knowledge about clinical oriented, means they are saying that they have knowledge on clinicals. Then why do I need certification?
Actually, clinical oriented, I had a lot of knowledge, but the concepts of pharma industry and pharmaceutical manufacturing and clinical trials, pharmacovigilance are totally different. Because even in MBBS pharmacology subject, we are more taught about clinical pharmacology, and here it is drug development, clinical trials, which is not paid much heed to in during MBBS course. So a sort of orientation is required. And I have also seen many candidates with me who have come without taking a certificate course in pharmacovigilance and clinical research. They are finding really difficult to get along with, because the concepts they're totally alien to them. And for me, it is okay. I know all this. So a few months certificate course is not going to do any harm. It will rather add to your advantage, and it will really keep your edge sharp.
Correct. So this, I would like to add one thing, doctor. See what happens, it's not like that. The more clinical knowledge you have, more will be your scope or chances. It's not like that. Because inside, it's all corporate setting. Apart from your knowledge area, the most you should be knowing is where to apply, how to approach them. There are many things actually. Information or knowledge, you can just Google, you will get. Or you can just go to our YouTube channel, you will get. But that is not sufficient. It is like a transformation journey, and in which lot of things required: resume, LinkedIn profile creation. Many people don't know how to create a profile. It's all new for clinical people, so definitely it's required. And see, you need to upskill yourself. Depends on you, through course or through any free online resources. Also you can do, but that is required. Yeah. So next question is, sir, after the course from Neema ma'am, how early can we expect job opportunities? You just answered it, sir.
Well, as early as I can tell you, there are two things which are required. I would like all the viewers to hear this. You might have seen a bank locker. Bank locker has two keys. One key is with the bank manager and one key is with you. Consider the bank locker as a gate of opportunities. The key with you are your efforts, and the key with the bank manager, consider it to be the key of luck. Until and unless both the keys are not turned together, the lock won't open. So your efforts are other. I have seen on LinkedIn that there are many people complaining that they have been struggling for so long, they are not getting a job. And there are people like me. I completed my course somewhere in September, and I am appointed at present. In fact, the first interview call which I received was just within rather 3 weeks of completion of my certificate course. But they were demanding a person more experienced in pharmacovigilance sector, which I was just a fresher. So I skipped that opportunity, and this opportunity at present which I have got is for freshers. So it all depends upon your efforts are okay, but luck factor works everywhere. It works everywhere.
100%. So with this, sir, very interesting question, and which is very common question also. What you say about switching to pharma job? That is a very most common interview question actually. Why you want to come to pharma?
Like I already said, these days you might be reading that the government is opening a medical college in each and every district, and each college would be producing 250 doctors per year after 5 years. Okay, so you see how many districts your particular state is having. Then the fees structure these days is not like it was in old days. I have done my MBBS in 500 rupees complete MBBS. 20 to 30 rupees was my fees per semester. Today it is not such a scenario. You have to invest in lakhs to grab an MBBS seat to complete a course. And after that, when you come out with an MBBS course of hard efforts put in, mental stress, studying almost 10 to 12 hours daily, you come out and what you find, that what pay you get? 25,000, 30,000. Do you think it was worth? You have spent a simple MBA who does the 3 years MBA course, he comes out after graduation and he earns above almost equal to you or above par to you. Then when you become a doctor, you enter into the field, what you find that any person on the slightest, he asks for a guarantee of treatment. Slight medical complication which is natural and you are beaten up. You go to the court, they go to the court and they are awarded a compensation of crores against you. I don't think it is worth pursuing. The coming time is going to be rather more stressful, and it is. I am not being pessimistic. Please don't consider me to be pessimistic. I am rather talking reality, and through this platform, I am also appealing to the government and administration that they should definitely do some positive steps. They should bring for the to cater to the plight of doctors. It is going to be very bad in coming days. So that's why I recommend that if you get a respectful and almost parallel field for transforming yourself, your career, why not to opt for it?
100%. 100%. See, if you are really passionate, in treating patients, that real service feeling, giving service to them, that is there, that is different thing. But if you're really looking for some growth and little less stressful life, then definitely you should go with this field without doubt. So someone is asking, after 5 years of experience in PV sector, can BDS also enter as a drug safety physician? Depends on company. See, at present, there are few companies who are taking fresh PDS also as a drug safety physician, but as far as I know, whatever the companies are there, good standard companies, good MNCs, they never take BDS as a drug safety physician. Now the reason is because they want everything, because industry is very regulated, and they definitely take MBBS, that is minimum qualification, as a drug safety physician. But yes, still you can try. There are 2-3 companies who hire at a fresher level itself also. All field introduce fresher as a trainee, while that would know about the technical skill. Definitely they will hire you as a fresher. You will be a trainee and they will give you training on database and many other SOPs, therapeutic areas and many things. Okay, so one question is there. I am FMG. So what about me?
I think FMGs previously they were having a course for screening and being allowed to practice in India. These days, I think the government has come up with a common next test. Possibly there was a provision of starting next, but I think it has been delayed because of the protest of medical students. So even if an FMG, you I think I don't have any whether you can come up, but since you are being hired as a MBBS doctor, so I think you must clear the screening test of that country. That is mandatory, because you are being hired as a MBBS or MD. So there also you are practicing as a you are giving your medical opinion there over the clinical trials and drug adverse reactions. So definitely, as far as I perceive the situation, you must clear the screening test of that particular of India, and
Yes.
otherwise we'll have to see about it that what exactly the situation is.
See, definitely to get inside good companies, renowned MNCs, international MNCs, you need to be a registered practitioner in that country where you want to do a job. But there are few companies, I mean, no one disclosed this thing. Okay, so that is something under the radar. Few companies, very few companies. So you can just try your luck. Okay, rare possibilities are there. Clinical SAS programmer after B Farm, yeah, definitely clinical SAS programmer is also a next good option. If you are getting chance in that, definitely you should go. Clinical SAS programmer is also a good option for pharmacy graduate. Future for pharmacists in this field, it's good. You are not going to work as a pharmacist when you join this industry. You have different role to play. So yeah, future is good. MSc, is there any opportunity? Then again, MSc, in which stream you are? I need to know that so that I can answer it. Already working with MNC in some other field. What basic CTC given as a fresher? So, Dr. Harshin, see, your current CTC, if you want to come to pharma, will be decided by three things. First of all, whatever you are withdrawing at present, to that you can add 10 to 20% more. Okay, so that is the thing. Whatever you are withdrawing now, to that you just add 10 to 20%. In few companies, you may get up to 20-30% more also. Okay, so for working professional, it depends on your current CTC, what you are withdrawing. For just freshers, maybe you just have to just start with 60, 70, or maybe if company is very good, they may give you 80K also. Okay, after how many years of working in pharma industry in India, we can expect to get chance in abroad? 2 to 3 years minimum. 2 to 3 years you need to work in good company. Okay. Yes, sir. So with this, all the questions we have answered. And guys, if you have still any doubt and if you want any answer from us, you can connect to us. Okay, Dr. Aparna, because she is our community member. So just now I saw her message. Dr. Aparna saying, ma'am, how to get work from home job in pharmacovigilance if we don't want to shift? So Dr. Aparna, see, for medical reviewer, drug safety physician, work from home options are there. If I talk in my community, like in our community, all the MBBS doctors are there. Among them, you will be surprised to know 95% people are doing work from home. Okay, see, I won't take company's name here. But yeah, they are doing work from home for drug safety physician, medical reviewer. So yes. Okay, someone is saying what kind of business we can start with this. I don't know what question it is. You can open your own CRO, na? See, if you are a doctor, I have seen many doctors, after working, let's say around 5-10 years into various companies, they have opened their own CRO. Their own contract research organization is there where they are giving services to pharma companies. For doctors, I'm saying. So that is also a business you can do, but before that you need to get basic. Yes. Okay guys, so this is all with today's live interaction. I hope you got the real insights and I hope you all enjoyed. And to get more details regarding our webinar, which is going to happen on coming Saturday, or maybe if you have any query, you can write us to connect@careerinpharma.com. This is our mail ID. And you can just go check out our website, CareerInPharma.com. Just check the website also. You may find other details as well. One last question I will take. Just now I saw, I'm doing internship. Can I do also work from home? No, please finish your internship. Along with internship, you can't do the job. Okay, it's a full-time job. Okay. Okay, sir. So we are done with all the questions. And once again, thank you, sir, for coming here and giving your valuable time, because it was a working day for you.
It was a pleasure. And at last, I would like to give a slight advice to all the viewers.
Sure.
Look, what happens is life is a journey of struggles, successes, and failures. But if God is kind to you, you get an opportunity to climb up till the summit of a cliff, just as a social responsibility or as a moral responsibility. Try to pull out the people who are following you up along with you, because then you will see that you are not alone there. There are many people to help you in your times of stress. Thank you so much, Neema ji. It was a pleasure being with you. It was a pleasure being with all these viewers. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Have a nice day, and really thankful to you for coming here.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye, sir. Bye-bye, and bye-bye to all audience who joined us live today. Thank you all. Thanks for coming here, and have a nice day. Good night to all of you. Thank you all for watching this video, and I hope you really liked this interaction. Personally, I felt very motivated after this interaction. So please share your key learnings from this interaction, and I would love to read all of them one by one. And also, if you want to connect with us, please see the description box. And once again, if you like this video, if you like the content, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to share this interaction with your friends and your colleagues. And through this video, we learned that age is just a number. So go and chase your dreams and never stop. Thank you once again for watching.